And here we go. We're still playing on Crushing Difficulty in Syria. We're getting ready to get the third idol for this section. Once again, like I mentioned, when you take the idol out, you spawn a wave of enemies, and we're going to take our time, kill all of those enemies before we place the idol, which will trigger the spawn of the next wave. We're going to take them one step at a time. Also reminds you that whoever lifts this statue up gets a medal. Whoever puts the idol on the pedestal gets a medal. In case you're trying to, work around your kickbacks or whatever. And knowing how to manipulate these spawns not only helps in just making the game easier, but it also gives us time to run around and get ammo, get whatever weapons we want between spawns of enemies. So anyway, this particular wave right here is not really too problematic. There aren't any real big threats out there. It's just a lot of normal enemies. There's one heavy armored guy with an RPG who will stand over there and shoot rockets at us. But once again, we're just going to set up shop right here in this corner back here and do what we've been doing. And it's absolutely fine. We don't really have to worry about much of anything. If we get a red circle, we can heal each other. Grabbers make it to us, we can get them off. We got a couple of riot shields that come up. Obviously a grenade is what everybody wants to do to drop them, but you can see I've got a cluster bomb in the chamber. I'm not going to waste on them. Really good tactic for taking care of guys with riot shields is to have your team kind of split in such a way that they have to focus on one person and the other person can shoot the guy in the back from behind the shield. So you see we get through that really easily. If you're not aware of tactics like that, guys with riot shields can really screw you up. Even though you can kind of shoot them in the feet or the elbow from in front, sometimes they still kind of mess you up when you're playing on crushing. But now we got just this one armored guy with the RPG right there, and this is kind of risky. I mean, it doesn't mess us up right here that I'm running towards him, because for some reason the AI is kind of glitched and he's not shooting at anybody. It's like he doesn't know which step he wants to stand on. He's doing a little dance. But that would be kind of risky if, we were trying to play it safe. And then I throw the grenade right in the wall. That was genius. So anyway, that's everybody there. I'm going to pick up this RPG because as soon as we put the idol on, we're going to spawn the next wave of enemies, which includes the Pakman and a couple of mini bosses. You know what I'm saying? But they're not much of a threat. The kickback mini bosses that spawn right here. There's a Militia-Man and there's a guy with a hammer. Yeah, I'm sorry, M32 hammer. So anyway, we're going to be ready for them. We're probably going to try to take out the mini bosses first, just because they walk towards you, and therefore they could, be more of a threat. You'll notice the Pac-Man, which I guess the game calls him a brute, but the guy with the pack, I like calling him a Pac-Man, Waka Waka. He's just going to stay back up there where he spawns at, so he's not really much of a threat, even though he's keeping a steady stream of lead coming down at us. Is you see where we're sitting at is not really much of a problem. We're utilizing cover well enough that it's just a non-issue. So we're going to take out these mini bosses that come up first and just kind of ignore the Pac-Man for the moment. If you still had the Pac 80 in the cave back here, that's a really good time to use it. But like I said, if you've been watching all these videos, I used it back earlier when the Mega Bombers came out, because to me, in my opinion, in my experience, I think they're more of a threat than these other bosses that spawn in this big second courtyard area here. So Gatekeeper, yeah, I've even got time to run out here and get the hammer that he drops, which just goes to show that, like I said, the Pac-Man sitting up there is just not really much of a threat. I mean, obviously if you stand right here, you're gonna get shot, but we just stay behind cover well enough to that all the other enemies will come to you. So once we've kind of wiped out the rest of the enemies, you can see I'm kind of getting impatient and moving forward in an attempt to go ahead and take him out quicker. Now, if you really wanted to play this safe, if you weren't, you know, really experienced at the level, or really impatient, I guess, you really would want to stay back there in that back corner. You notice there are snipers up on the rooftops up here, but they can't hit us from that corner where we were at, so we never even saw their beams or anything, because usually we'll take them out last. But if we would have just sat back there in that corner and been patient, the Pakman would have eventually come to us, and we could have easily taken him out. But like I said, we kind of got impatient and decided to bum rush him. So that's what we're doing right here, which is not much of an issue. So like I said, we get him to drop. He drops one of the normal treasures, not the one that we need for Wrath. Like I said, I'll put up some other videos for farming this map for Skelzor and all that good stuff. But that's pretty much the whole section right here. So the next 2 videos in this series will be climbing the tower and then on top of the tower. So that's where we get down to the good stuff. So stick with us. Thanks for watching.